Hey friends, today's episode's a little different because I need your help. I want to check in with you and hear what's working, what's not, and how I can better serve you. But before I ask for your input, I have a quick encouragement because just like we check in with our students, we need to check in with ourselves too. Let's talk about what that looks like, and then I'll tell you how you can help shape the future of this podcast. Welcome to the Society's Child podcast, where we have real conversations about being a trauma-responsive educator in the midst of a significant mental health crisis. Hi, I'm Trish Senzak, a former educator, compassion advocate, and Jesus lover, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Are you feeling confuzzled about your students' behavior and needs? You're not alone. If trauma-informed strategies leave you wondering, what's next? Don't worry. My friend, I've been there too. As a foster mom and a child of complex trauma mixed with my experience as a teacher, it's led me to finding a compassionate, whole child approach that's evidence-based, practical, and transformational, and I'm so eager to share it with you. Whether you want to connect with your students on a deeper level, create a trauma-sensitive environment, or you just need a little bit of encouragement or support, you're in the right place. So grab a drink, a pen, or your earbuds, and let's work together to create a safe and student-attuned trauma-responsive school culture. Society's children need you, so let's get started. Hey friends, it's exciting to be here with you guys today because we are going to do a little check-in. I got to thinking about this podcast and the direction it's going, and I thought, what better way to take it in a direction that is suitable for you than to check in with you and hear your thoughts and make sure that this podcast is truly serving you. But before I do that and talk about that, I want to share something that's been on my heart about the importance of checking in, not just with our students, but with ourselves. We as educators, especially this time of year, we're on a marathon and we're running that hard and heavy. Sometimes we forget to think about what we're doing for our own self and what we're doing to take care of us. As teachers, we're always checking in on our students, right? We're asking what they need, what they're struggling with, how we can support them. But my friends, how often do we check in with ourselves as educators? Just like our students need regular check-ins, my friends, you do too. If we never stop and reflect on what we're doing, we end up running on empty. And then we're constantly finding ourselves reacting instead of responding and not leading with clarity and not being able to do our jobs to our best ability. I wanted to offer you a simple, quick tool. So one easy way to do this is to simply take 60 seconds today and ask yourself, what's one thing that I could do right now that I need more of? What can I tune into about where I'm missing something for me? What's something I might even need less of? Maybe there's too much of something in my life right now. What do I need less of? If you could do this one simple thing, this habit can shift things and shift the way you show up in your classroom, in your relationships, or your faith. Because sometimes we're getting a little too much of something or we're getting not enough of something, and we often don't check in with ourselves to see what we need more of. I really want you to be thinking about this because when our buckets are empty, we're unable to see the needs behind the behavior with our kids. At that point, we're blind to everything. Our own central nervous system is flooded and we're unable to help the kids be attentive, be focused, and really manage the energy in the classroom. So I'm encouraging you, my friends, to check in with yourself and ask yourself these questions so that you can be in tune to what you need as an educator. The idea of checking in is exactly why I'm reaching out to you today. I want to make sure that this podcast is giving you exactly what you need. After all, I created it for you to help you in the classroom. And I'm at a bit of a crossroads. I've been at this for about a year now, a little over a year, and I'm really reevaluating where to put my time and energy. And I've realized that I need to check in with you. I want you to be getting out of this podcast what you need. Currently, I've been doing 2 episodes a week. On Mondays, it's Monday Mindset Matters with some biblical encouragement and some faith chat to kind of keep you going. And then on Wednesday, I do an instructional episode And that's where you get trauma-informed strategies, SEL practices, or mental health tips. And both of those are encouraging, and both of those, I really want them to serve you. So what I want to know is this what you need? Is there anything I should adjust? I really want to think about what it is and how it's serving you. Are you listening to the Monday Mindset episodes? If you're not, I would love to know that. If you're only paying attention to the trauma-informed strategies, or maybe there's something as you've listened that you wish I would do more of, or I would ask more questions, or there's certain types of interviews that you want. And I really want to know these things. So here's kind of where I want your input. I'd love for you to take a few minutes to let me know how this podcast has helped you. Maybe there's an episode that you really liked, or that you want more of, or that really has impacted you. I would love to know that, because sometimes when I'm doing these episodes, I know there are people listening. I can see the statistics. However, I don't have the opportunity to receive feedback, so I'm not really certain how it's landing with you. The next thing is, what challenges are you facing right now as an educator? Is there something more specific that I could be addressing or talking about? So what are you searching for answers on? Is there anything that's a burning desire or an empty bucket that you need filled on things that might help you more in the classroom? And I would love to know what episodes have been most helpful for you. And if you do listen to that Monday Mindset Matters, as I mentioned a moment ago. So there's two ways that you can offer feedback for me that would be super helpful. Number one, I have created a form where it would be awesome if I could get you to give me some feedback, and it asks some in-depth questions along the lines of what I just put here. You can go to www.trishz, as in zebra.biz, B-I-Z, and then a / podcast feedback, all one word, all lowercase. If you could go to that form, that would be awesome, and give me some feedback on what education life is like for you, and the feedback on the episodes itself. You can also email me at societieschildpodcast@gmail.com. If you could leave me some thoughts and some feedback in either one of these locations, I would very much appreciate it, and super appreciate your time. And anyone who's filling out the form, if you go there and take time to fill out the form, I will be entering your name and your email address into a drawing for a gourmet chocolate basket. Who doesn't love chocolate, right? I would love to be able to send one of those to you directly to your home, and I'll be entering everybody into that drawing, and that excites me. So that's my small token of being able to appreciate you for any feedback that you give, and help me to be able to build this podcast so that it makes educators and teachers and anyone listening to this stronger in what they do. You can also DM me on Instagram or comment in the Facebook group. If you're not even in our Facebook group, come over and join us in the Christian Educator Connection group over on Facebook. I would love to hear from you. I would love to get connected with you. And even if you've never reached out before, this is your chance to let me know what's working and what's not. And I would really appreciate that. So my friends, thank you for being here. I know you're busy. I know your lives are on fire, and I don't take it lightly that you spend your time with me, and that you listen every week, and that you're downloading these episodes. So if you find anything helpful here, please take time to like and follow the show, and leave a review, and most importantly, share it with a colleague, because someone might need this information. This podcast is for you, my friends, and I want to make sure it continues to meet your needs, not mine, what you need. So please take a moment, fill out the form, and I'll see you on the next episode. And always remember, you're not alone. We're in this together, and we'll find a way forward together. Talk to you soon, my friends. Hey, amazing educators. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to hit subscribe and leave a review. Even better, share this episode with a colleague. And hey, I'd love to connect with you on social media. You can even join my Facebook group for some extra support and a dash of inspiration. I've left all the links in the show notes. Until next time, my friend, remember, you're not alone on this journey. You've got this. Keep making a difference and stay teach-tastic.